gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Hey, welcome back, subscribers. And to those new people that happen to be, stumbling across this page, welcome. And I hope perhaps you find this video interesting, and perhaps maybe it can teach you something. Let me go ahead and preface this by saying I understand this is a martingale system. I kind of get it. But my thought behind it is you're really not playing roulette where you're playing a 50-50, where, of course, you have a better chance of running into patterns of your blacks and your reds, or your highs and your lows. Keep in mind that we're dealing with four numbers here, the 5, 6, 8, and 9, that once again have the most chances and combinations of the dice of coming in versus your 2. So that's my theory behind it. The other theory behind my development originally of the 4 or 2 is based on the statistical fact that the average shooter can only shoot for 7 rolls. So that's why I chose the 4 or 2. And for those individuals that want to go ahead and explore this but don't want to have that much risk based on that statistical fact, then they can go ahead and give my 4 or 2 method a shot, just to kind of have a little bit more peace of mind. This, of course, has amplified that exponentially based on the fact of how I'm playing. So in case you haven't watched my other videos in the series of my testing, go ahead and check them out. But for now, considering roughly, I'm thinking I'm pretty consistent at making $175 in 10 minutes, which would equate to perhaps 45 minutes on a bubble craps machine. So that said, we'll put it at $200 an hour. So right now, based on where I was, I would have played a total right now of roughly, I think 6 hours of play, and I'm at $1,500. So let's go ahead and keep that into consideration. Anyway, with that in mind, let me go ahead and shut up for a second, and let's get the party started. So, being that I stopped, without continuing because of the 10-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and keep it fair and roll it out till a 7. And there you have it, see? So again, it's based on that statistical fact that, the average shooter does 7 rolls. And anyway. So that said, let's go ahead and establish a point, and let's get the show on the road, guys. If you haven't done so on these series, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I say that not because I'm in this to making money. I don't care about that really. It's just for me to share with other people the information that I've learned, and perhaps it can feed their passion for craps, and teach them something. Who knows? Maybe I'm really onto something here. I'm pretty confident there's a good chance of that, but I don't want to make any promises to anybody because, things happen. You can run into a bad table or whatever. You could run into a string of 7 sevens in a row. I don't know what the odds on that are. I don't want to think about that. But so far in my testing, I've experienced some really good choppy sessions, which is exactly what I want to see in all of my testings. And I want to see how sustainable this is and how often, of course, I'm going to go ahead and crap out, if you will, at that highest $100 level. So far, in all honesty, all of my sessions that I've recorded, and sessions, of course, that I haven't recorded, I haven't had one, knock on wood, here we go, I haven't had one complete loss on a session. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, it's my belief that, hey, you know what, in gambling, the turtle wins the race. So small wins add up. And yeah, you might be thinking, God, that's a lot of risk. If you feel as though this might be a lot of risk, then perhaps this might not be a thought for you. But again, if you want to explore this more or give it a shot, then just like my roulette, where I start off with the 5 lines and then move up after I've built it up, because at the 5 lines you're getting 2 units of win versus the 3-3-2, which only produces 1 unit of win. But at the same time, you have 87% at the 3 and 2 versus, I think it's 79 with the 5 line. So yeah, go ahead and based on that statistical fact that the average shooter only shoots 7 times before a 7 out, you can play my 4 or 2 method, which is a very conservative way of playing to build up your bankroll or to build up your $525 and play this on house money. Now keep in mind, everything I'm at right now is at house money. Let me rephrase that. Right now, I would be at $1,000. Okay, so I've made my money back and I'm on house money right now. So that money in your mind should be considered, not scared money. Oh shit, I fucked it up. Okay, I'm just going to keep playing it out. And there's a reason why I list all of my videos as for adults only. It's because sometimes I have a potty mouth. I guess that's the Marine in me that kind of comes out. But hey, you know what? We're all adults. Kids these days, they curse too. But it's just YouTube and the Nazis of YouTube that keep people from expressing themselves the way they want, which I don't roll that way. I'm not very politically correct. It just kind of happens. I'm pretty blunt, which I think everybody should be, and not be afraid of the thoughts they have in their mind. Okay, I'm at the 3rd roll right now. I'm okay. See? You got to follow your gut feeling, folks. That's most important. If you get that gut feeling, follow it. In that case, I didn't. Why? Because I know I have another tier. Is that an excuse for me not to have done it? I, in that split second, thought that, but that's not what I want to keep thinking. Let's do this. Come on, get her done. Thank you, baby. So yeah, again, follow your gut feeling, folks. And I say this in most of all my videos. Don't play online gambling. Just don't do it. Forget about it. It's one of those things that's not a good idea. I never have played online, but I've used their simulators. And the simulators that you can find on the internet are the exact same algorithms that are actually used in their casinos. 2. And I've seen some funky stuff. And you can see that in this video that I just posted up right there. So I'm at the top tier. Nice and choppy again. Let's see if it can sustain it. Come on, baby. Let's bring it. Oh! Ooh! Okay, I'm going to do one more. Ah! And that's what's so fun about doing this at the higher levels is because it gives you that cheer factor and the butt pucker factor that a lot of gamblers like. I like it. I like risk. I mean, if you could look at the life that I've kind of had and knew me, you'd know I kind of live on the edge and have. But anyway, that said, I'm at the 7. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because I am at the 10-minute mark. So go ahead and keep following along to see the frequency in which I have a losing session. Knock on wood, I haven't had a losing session now out of 10 sessions. including the ones that I have not recorded. But keep that in mind as a very good factor into considering the safety of the risk in playing it this way. So far, I'm confident and I'm comfortable with it. I, of course, am going to continue to do more testing, and this is going to be pretty much the focus of all of my craps videos. This is, as Vince Armeni said that, this is my baby. You know, I've spent literally hours trying to hopefully find the key to crack this game. Now, is every system infallible? No. It's going to have its problem. Nothing's going to be perfect. You know, the geniuses that came up with these games, they weren't playing. They weren't messing around. You know, they kind of knew what they were doing, and they themselves did plenty of testing. But with me in my life, just to know a little bit about me, I like to figure everything out. I like a challenge. I like to be able to figure out a problem. And that's why I call this the Eureka method. It's because, you know, the definition of a Eureka is pretty much a sudden realization to a problem. So that's kind of how I see it. Anyway, I'm rambling as usual. Hey, you guys have a great day. Stick around and have a better tomorrow. And should you find this interesting, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really, again, don't care about making money on YouTube, but the whole concept is to share this information with other people so we can rip off the casinos because they're ripping us off. Anyway, with that in mind, once again, have a great day, better tomorrow. Peace.